The airline industry is close to getting more financial support from Washington, but that doesn't necessarily mean airline stocks will fly higher. Phil LeBeau joins us with more on that story. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Wilf, last week we did see the airline stocks move higher on the belief that there will be another $25 billion that could be extended to them. Here's where things stand on another round of aid for airlines. And again, this would be for guaranteeing jobs. It would be for $25 billion. 70% would be direct aid, money the airlines would not have to pay back. 30% would come in the form of Treasury loans, and it would guarantee all airline employee jobs through the end of March. Remember, they're already guaranteed through the end of September. This would kick it out through the end of March. And because of that, when you take a look at the airline index, you saw the airline stocks get a little bit of momentum last week because of the belief that between some of the growing number of Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill, as well as the support, or at least the indication of support from President Trump, the belief is this will go through, or there's a strong likelihood that this will happen when an ultimate stimulus package is passed. But here's the issue. When you take a look at the number of passengers who are flying, we're still between 72 and 75% down compared to the same time last year. And this is the high season, if you will. It's going to fall off, or is expected to fall off, once we get into September and October. So as you take a look at the airline stocks, keep in mind, they have the liquidity to make it through the next 18 to 24 months. So it's not a case where these guys are going to be falling into bankruptcy. However, they are not looking to make big gains in terms of revenue, at least for the next 6 or 7 months, unless something changes, there's a vaccine breakthrough, et cetera. And as a result, if you're an investor, a lot of people, analysts are looking at this saying, yeah, there's a floor built in, but there's not a whole lot of momentum to the upside. Guys?
I just want to, it seems like most people would accept the first round of airline stimulus put too short a time limit on when they had to keep people in their jobs to September, and then very quickly after they received those funds a few months ago started to get these announcements that by October they'd have to be making X thousand layoffs. And yet again, it seems the shape of this bailout is putting a relatively short time limit, March next year, on when they have to keep people employed by. And again, you look at this and you weigh it up versus other sectors and ask the question, why are the airlines getting such generous support without that tough restrictions on the other side, when loads and loads of other sectors aren't, when perhaps there's not even money for people that have lost their job already and there won't be ongoing unemployment benefit? The airlines do seem to be getting unbelievably generous special treatment.
A couple of things to keep in mind here, Wilf. You've got all of these members of Congress, especially in the House of Representatives, who want to ensure that they keep airline service for their district. And that's what a new stimulus package aid bill would include. A guarantee that these airlines do not stop service, especially to smaller cities and smaller markets around the country. That's factor number one. The other factor is there is a hope in Washington that if there is some kind of a breakthrough in vaccine news, let's say in December, January, February, that people will say, aha, I'm ready to get out on the road again. I'm ready to fly again. And they want the airline industry to be able to spool up, if you will, to add flights and to have the pilots and the flight attendants, the mechanics, everybody ready to go. They want that in place. And those are the two factors that are keeping the airline aid talk, if you will, keeping it looking like it's going to happen.